very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Rams. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now movement already, so a flag down here on our very first play.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Let's go!
Now a handoff for Gurley. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Here's Orlovsky. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Whitney Merciless coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. The former national champion at Clemson bringing him onto the field, and that's the signal caller, Deshaun Watson.
And despite the 3 touchdown passes he threw, there's a lot to work on this week, wasn't there?
Oh, ton of interception.
Yeah, I mean, when you're going really with almost a 1-to-1 ratio, that's not going to work for you well at all. Not over the long haul. The beauty, though, somehow found a way to win.
Yeah, they still got the win last week. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now it's Watson. Flushed out right. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Watson now to throw. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Aaron Donald in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left, early in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Five yards left for the offense. It's second down. Now Orlovsky. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. First down, it's Gurley. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. Two yards to go here on third down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now a give running left for Gurley. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. C.O. Moore leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And Zerline's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. They had a long way to go. They started that drive at their own 3, and they scored 3 from it.
What an excellent job by an offense. They could have very easily just said, okay, let's just take a few plays safe, punt the ball away, and play some defense. Instead, they found a way to attack and put themselves in position to put points on the board.
Coming up later tonight, a reminder, one of the games we circled coming into the season, the Patriots at the Broncos. These two certainly have played some memorable games in recent years.
They sure have.
And tomorrow night, we wrap up Week 10 with the Dolphins heading up to visit the Panthers. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. To throw on 2nd is Watson, setting up the screen for Miller. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they were able to get to him on it.
He's got it complete to Braxton Miller. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, we'll send you to Orlando and Larry Ridley as he'll have highlights and analysis of this 1st half. But no touchdown. You guys need to get Larry some touchdowns to talk about.
Things are too easy for him right now back in the studio. Come on, guys. Help the man out. Give him something to talk about.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. first down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they're going to have a third down. The Rams on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They're going to look to throw. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Johnny Hecker now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
On second down, here's Miller. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Watson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Flush to his right. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On second down, here's Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his second touchdown on the season, and the Texans are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, That should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Woods. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
And yes, home is where the heart is. And for Robert Woods, it's Los Angeles. He played college football at USC right here in this stadium.
And probably feels comfortable out there. He was an All-American as a Trojan in 2011.
Yeah, really trained to be an NFL player. I mean, he watched a lot of NFL cut-ups and tapes of wide receivers while he was in college before joining them on this stage.
So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And now out comes Houston. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Watson so dangerous with his legs in college, and nothing's changed here as he picks up the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go. 38.
They go play action here on first down. On the right side, this is Miller. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Let's go.
3rd and 2, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Let's go.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. A first down carry now for Miller. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it? It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
Come on, let's go. What? None. What? None. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio.
Out of the gun, Watson. Completes it to Moncrief, left side. And he'll go down at the 28. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Green 39. Green 39.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That's caught by his rookie tight end. It's Gerald Everett. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Watch that in. Watch that in. That is right. That is right. 3-19. 4 down. Check.
Here's Orlovsky. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Gerald Everett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead here in the 4th. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Play clock winding down. Here's Watson now on second down, being chased out left. Fighting to stay on his feet past midfield. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. From the 50, it's Watson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's brought down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 1st and 10, Watson. This one complete. It's C.J. Fedorowicz. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Watson looks to throw again. Completion left side to Miller. And he will be hit with a lot of force and spun down right at the 10-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And from the 3 now, it's 2nd and goal. Miller, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the Rams jams getting set to go now. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation.
And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Here we go.
Back to throw. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. He'll look to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And he's got room. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down. Back to throw. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a second down. He's back to throw. And some space here. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. And they're going to go soft on the corners. They'll look to throw. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now Orlovsky. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And they take a knee. A road win in the National Football
look up. So many. Oh my God. So many. I done made sacrifices.